All right, so what's up? This is Keith Kalfas,
What up?
and this is my buddy Eric Reno. This guy is doing what, 5 million this year?
Yep, in my roofing company.
In his roofing company this year, and he's one of my best friends in the whole wide world. And the reason that we're making this video right now is because I want to ask him questions right here on the channel about finding those key players in your business, which is very apparent that it's like the most vital step in order to get yourself out of the field or take your business to the next level, which is, some of us, we're in what's called a level 2 business, where we've got guys out working and we're out selling, then we're back in the field, then we're out of the field, then we're in the field, and we're kind of like wearing so many different hats. But you're completely out of the field in your business, and you're just out strictly selling, running your business. You got a full office staff. You have like what, 50 or 60 people working?
Correct.
You have four roofs going on today.
3, yes.
3 roofs and 2 siding jobs.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah,
That's
couple
insane.
Repairs. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's Monday, so
You wouldn't be able to do all that if you didn't have key players.
correct.
And I want you to talk about how do you first develop the confidence to hire and pay guys well, like that key man, and then build a team around them. Is that correct?
Right.
And then knowing that you'll continue to keep selling that high profit work, kind of like draw that out with the marketing and everything. And I know that roofing is totally different than landscaping or window cleaning or any other business for that matter. It's a business,
Right.
but talk from your perspective.
Well, I think first thing you have to do is you have to build your model, because your model has to sell for you. So you can't just like go out and say, hey, I'm going to up my prices tomorrow. I'm going to sell high profit work, and I'm just going to find guys and throw them into the space. I think while you're installing and you're selling, you're creating a system and you're creating standards for your company. So once you create standards for your company, then you start your marketing. You're going to collect reviews. This is all happening while you're still in the field working. You're creating a model. See, like when you go to Starbucks and you buy a coffee for $4, and you know you can go to the gas station and get it for 99 cents. You're going to Starbucks because that model's proven. You know you're going to get a good, hot, fresh cup of coffee. When you go to the gas station and get a 99-cent cup of coffee, there's a risk there. The risk is it could be old, it could be not fresh, it could be cold. You don't know what you're getting. So when you're creating the model for your company and you're collecting reviews and you're collecting different things through marketing and SEO, when your company calls you to Kalfas to do the job, they know the model that they're going to get, so they're willing to pay more for that model. So when you get that into place and then you're ready to separate from the business and bring in more people, you can charge more so you can have higher pay, or you can pay your guys better, higher cost labor.
I remember when you spoke at the 2018 Marketing ROI Live event, you spoke and you were saying, you're talking about the customer will feel like it's a risk to not go with you.
Right. Yeah, that's the model. That's the whole. So when you build your model, that's what I call it, as a model, and your structure and your standards and your quality, and you're working next to the guys know what you expect of them. So that's all part of your model. So yes, it's a risk. Like, should you pay $5,000 more to have me put on your roof than the guy that's advertising on Craigslist? Yeah, because why? It's a risk. It's a risk to go with the guy off Craigslist. What if he doesn't answer the phone? What if you have a leak? He doesn't answer the phone. What if he puts the shingles on wrong? What if he drops a bundle off the roof, it slides, breaks the gutter, and then knocks over your Japanese maple? Is he going to have money to replace that Japanese maple? What if he just doesn't pay his distributor and runs off, and the distributor puts a lien on your house because their shingles are on your house and he never paid for them? That's a risk. So am I worth an extra $5,000 to my demographic? Absolutely.
Oh, so it's very apparent you're fully committed and you have all the reasons why.
Right.
It actually just makes
right.
a lot
And
of
I
sense.
have 600 reviews over scattered platforms saying that this is how this company operates and this is how he does it. And then when I go in and sell, then it's like I'm just telling you what's already proven. I'm proving the model. So you don't have to worry about me running off or doing a crappy job, or if you ever have a problem, you know that you can call me. You know, because my model's proven. So because of that, I can charge more. Because I can charge more, I can pay my guys more. Because I can pay my guys more, I have high quality labor and guys that are committed to me and committed to the quality that I put out. So it's all in steps. You know, you got to create your standards, pass your standards on to your guys, create your model for your business, Once your business model's proven, you can bring in guys or bring up guys, give them raises, or you bring in project managers, office staff, things of that nature. And then all the formula will go together to where instead of taking volume work, you take less volume but high margin. So if somebody calls me and I gave them a quote on a job and my margin's 32%, sure, I have a little bit of room to flex. But if he says, you know, well, I need you to take $2,000 off or I can't give you the job, and it puts me under a 22% margin, then I don't need it.
What if somebody says, Eric's different than me, or his market's different than mine, or he can do that, but you don't understand my market, or my customer says, yeah, but I can find the chuck in a truck to do it. If somebody says...
It's very simple. Top dogs always get fed. Go in your phone right now, go to Google, say, landscaping companies near me, window cleaning companies near me. Those top guys are paying high money for those top spaces because they're dominating the market, because their formula is proven. When that top company that comes up right on top, when you Google, that company's doing high margin. They're doing high margin. They're already doing it. So top dogs always get fed. So you have to become a top dog.
The customers are looking at specifically, they're calibrating to that. They want that level of service.
A certain demographic of customers are, I mean, there's other demographics where like, oh, I just want the cheapest price I can get. I'm going to price shop, which is fine. I mean, everybody's got a different thing, you know. Like when you go to get a TV, you go to Best Buy, you don't, you know, if you're looking for the cheapest TV or you're looking for the highest quality TV, you're going to have that TV for a while. I mean, do you just want the cheapest, you know, piece of shit, or do you want the Sony or Samsung curved HD, you know, 240 hertz, you know, TV? What do you want? So when you're selling to your demographic, what you need to find out what your demographic is the cheap. Are you just trying to do high volume just to get your name out there? Because at the beginning, that's what I did. I'd do it for a low cost, and I wanted everybody to know who I was. So I just do it. I'd advertise everywhere and do it a little bit cheaper than everybody else would do it. But now my model's proven, so I don't have to do that anymore. I can do half the jobs at higher profit and have half the risk, half the liability, and more money.
Makes perfect sense. Okay, so now when you get the key guy in place and then you're building that out, I remember there was a time you're like, whoa, I got to keep all these guys busy. And now I look, go in your office is right here, which we can't go in there right now because there's everybody's
Monday morning for sure. I mean, we could,
but you've got this calendar. It's like stacked up with like 65 jobs, all people waiting for their roofs to be done. Some customers are even upset, like, I need you to get this.
That's inevitable, right?
Like, because, and I didn't mean that, and like they're just like, because they had to wait so long to get on here. Now, how did you get to the point where you're stacked up with that many high profit jobs? Have you ever caved in out of fear just to get the work and lowered your price and learned your lesson?
Of course.
Talk about that.
And I mean, it all goes on your backlog too. Like, you know, this is in Michigan. It's the fall. I mean, we're in November.
Yeah.
Or we're a week away from November. So I mean, we only have so much more time, right? So we're stacked. We're loaded. So if you want to get on my calendar, it is what it is. But come spring, you might get $20 a square less. You know, I'll keep my guys busy. My guys are number one. Your teams are number one.
Yeah.
So you got to keep your guys busy. They have families, they have birthdays, they have Christmas, they have everything that you have. You got to keep them busy. They've committed to you. You need to commit to them, whether you get a paycheck or not. So I'm 100% believer in my guys are number one, 100%. But at this point, it's. I mean, we're going to work till Christmas for sure, and then, you know, we'll see what the winter has for us, but there's always something to do.
Mm-hmm. So there was a time in my business where I started pricing out. I'm like, so I'm going to price exactly what it would be if I had this fully staffed company. Right. And I put the prices up, my closing rate just crashed down to like 10%.
Right.
So then I kind of worked it out, and I got it up to like 30% now.
Yeah.
But your closing rate is...
Well, I mean, it just depends on the time of the year. I mean, me myself, I mean, I mean.
The reason I'm asking that is because if somebody wants to do, you know, a top down remodel their business and get it all going and raise their prices and start growing it, you'll notice right away as soon as you raise your prices, your closing rate's going to go down because your prices are higher.
Right.
So
we brought in a guy, for instance. We brought in one of my really good guy. He's my insurance specialist. He's awesome with adjusters. He sells all this. Well, the storm kind of went away, you know, like we loaded everything up from the storm, and then he kind of got slow. So I sent him on some retail estimates. And when I sent him at a number. I said, this is the number that you have to hit. Well, I sent him to 6, and he sold 5 of them. I was like, okay, so let's move that number up $30 a square. and then let's put him back out there.
Oh, so you
now let's see what he's worth, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, so now he's $30 higher, and I haven't looked at the numbers yet. This just happened. So if he's still crushing, over 3 out of 6, then it's like, okay, we
Oh.
found that happy medium. Now if it went down to
Very
1 out of
smart.
6, then it's like, well, we got to split that $15 a square.
smart.
So you got to find.
Actually gonna end this video because the camera's about to die.
Bam.
Bro, that was awesome. Check out Eric Reno. I'll put a link in the description below for his videos. He's got a YouTube channel. He's crushing.
Yes, sir.
All right, dude, that was great advice. Thank you.